Hi, welcome to the Because He Remembers Me podcast. This is entry number 14, and I wanted to share with you a little bit about how I saw the Lord's hand in my life today. A while ago, my friend told me about how her husband would get frustrated because she they would wake up and all the lights would not need to be on because it was daytime. And so they would never bother turning on the lights. And throughout the day, and into the evening, as things continually got darker, they would just forget to turn on the light. They wouldn't think about it. And then when her husband came home from work, he'd be like, "So, can we turn on some lights?" Um, and in this group of friends, I found out that that's like a fairly regular, common experience among them. It is not common at my house because my kids wake up so dang early that we never have that problem. I forget to turn off lights, not to turn them on. But I've thought about that since. And today was one of those experiences for me. I realized with one of my sons who's been struggling for the last couple of days that much of my communication with him, like we say I love you and things like that, but I have been not as positive as I could have been. I don't want to imply that I was negative, but I felt like a lot of my communication with him would be like, "Stop doing that. Go do this." That kind of communication, rather than really taking the time to build and to increase the light, to increase the positivity with him. And so when that story came to mind today, I think the Lord was speaking to me, the Spirit was speaking to me to reminding me to increase the light. But it also taught me about how sometimes when we're seeking, well, me personally at least, when I am seeking to feel the Lord's hand in my life or to feel His love, sometimes I'm not turning on the light. I'm not turning on the Jesus, which sounds cheap, but it's not. Because if I want to have more light, if I want more spirit, I need to put myself in situations where I can feel it better. As I gradually change my habits to invite more light, then I will be able to feel it more rather than gradually increasing darkness and I just forget to turn on the light. Um, I wanted to share this sweet scripture that I found. I don't think that this is the typical light of the world scripture, but I found it when I did a gospel library search. Thank heavens for gospel library. It says, "I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life." What a great phrase, the light of life. I would like to have light in my life, to feel that kind of joy and happiness. And sometimes I do feel like I'm walking in the dark. But he says, "He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness." So that's how I saw the Lord's hand in my life today. I want to remember these experiences because they help me to know that He remembers me. I hope this is helpful to someone. I know that as we seek the Lord in our lives, that we'll be able to find Him. He said, um, "Seek me diligently, and ye shall find me." I know that that's true. It's true for me, and it can be true for you as you seek Him. So until next time, happy seeking.